that couldn't change his. He had a cat. He was appearing as a cat. Did you see that one?
Yep.
It was a filter where he looked like a cat. His kid said it, and he couldn't unset it, and he was like, "Well, I'm ready to proceed, Judge."
And he also admitted he wasn't a cat. So
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Shall we begin?
Yep, you guys are up and running.
All right, let's go. First up would be the authorization of payment of bills.
I'll make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, moving on. Privilege of the floor. Anybody? All right, going once, twice, thrice. I did get a voicemail from Fred on a couple of issues, but nothing pressing, which is why he's not here, I think. Okay, first up, accept the condemnation order on the Route 11 property.
I'll make a motion that we accept the condemnation order.
Second.
7 seconds. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. All right.
Is that both properties or just the one?
That's just the one so far, I believe.
All right. Yeah, that's a good start.
All right.
We just need the condemnation on the harder property, that's all.
It's just
What was-
the harder property, so just the defunct auto shop one?
Yep, it was just for that property, due to, for the demo, to put into with the demo RFP, that the harder property just needed the condemnation, not the other one.
Okay.
All right. Next up is the discussion of the recent DOT notice. I assume this is the permit application that they made. Hold on a second. Let me pull up the whole packet. There it is.
This is the one where they added
Callie.
the no standing.
Yeah. So, this is a different one, right? This is not the big one that the next phase that they're filing. This is just this one short part, correct?
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the NICEAG thing I sent you. This is New York State DOT just changing the no parking to no standing.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right.
I'll make an motion to accept.
Tim seconds. All right. Any discussion on this?
This is really anything that we have it's just not our road, so it's not
Right.
like we really have any.
Right.
If we
this is
even
just
wanted
logistics.
to. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Very good. Next up, we've got a mortgage release for James Starr. Motion on this?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. All right, next up is the MOU with the town. So this is one of the things Fred called about, just to say that's fine. So this is for them to share our FiOS.
No brainer. I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. All right, next up, budget adjustments.
These are primarily to purchase the batteries we talked about that we approved for the encumbrances that Malin's going to order, the hydrants, and then just any lines that within a department that were over or under.
Okay.
You'll see the signs also came from CDBG because we bought the welcome signs with CDBG money, so it takes it off of the budget because we recognize it in the CDBG fund rather than the general fund.
Very good. Very good.
Make a motion to accept those changes as discussed.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, okay.
Now, Tanya, this will take us through the end of the budget year.
Yep.
Okay.
And then any other changes are just their cleanup things at the end as we accrue expenses that come in.
All right. Next up is park event duty, just sort of codifying all of that.
We talked about these before, didn't we?
We did. We just hadn't finalized them in writing.
Yeah.
And so the employees know their rights and responsibilities is all.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right, next is weekend pump duty.
Hal, we have the employees to be voted on first because we have to vote every year on who's eligible for
Oh, and
event
who's
duty.
eligible? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
these
then the
are,
next,
this one's by position.
okay. So the eligibility is the next one that we need to vote on.
No, that looks good to me.
Yeah.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right. Weekend pump duty.
Again, we've already discussed it. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Yep.
7 seconds, all right. Any discussion on this? No, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next up would be the employee, weekend pump duty employees. We have a motion,
I'll make the motion.
7 seconds. Any discussion?
Should Phil be on that list too?
No, because he's salaried and doesn't get paid it. You have to be
Oh, but
hourly to get extra.
But he is qualified for that though, right?
He's qualified,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He can do everything.
Yeah.
That's who he is, right? Yeah.
I figured that was the same reason
Actually-
why Buzz wasn't on there too. Because
Yeah.
he's-
Okay.
Yep.
I get it now.
All right.
I think we have to vote on. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Make a motion.
Oh, I thought we had motion. Okay. I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, may have voted twice, but that's all right. Okay, next up is the payroll schedule for quarterly payroll. Looks good to me.
Tanya's happy with it. I'm happy with it.
Second that.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Accounts payable project, updated purchasing and accounts payable process.
Again, the treasurer's okay with it. Seems to be okay with me. I'll make the motion.
Tim seconds. Any discussion on this?
No, this is all stuff we talked about beforehand too.
Yeah, it's nice. It just lays out the duties very clearly so that people can step into the role.
Yep.
All right. Any other discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes, all right. Let's see. The next up is approve the new seasonal cemetery position.
So Jim is actually retiring as of the payroll ending July 4th. So what we were proposing to do and we talked about was hiring a cemetery seasonal labor full-time to be trained as a cemetery sexton. And so the person would be hired, hopefully when the cemetery opens, trains all the way to July 4th, and then would take over. The experience we would look for with this obviously is any experience running a cemetery, because that's what the cemetery sexton does, along with a CDL if possible.
Perfect.
I also verified with civil service on how we should hire them for their actual title to start with and then changing.
Good. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Do we have a motion on this?
I'll make the motion.
All right. Ed made it. Kevin seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Unanimous. And then approve. Let's see. I might be. Approve the village clerk as the registrar of vital statistics.
Simple housekeeping, that's all it is.
Yep.
This a yearly thing we have to do? I thought we already did this.
No, we did what worked out after the person that was in that position earlier in 2020 left. That didn't work out, so we're retooling it,
okay.
and so it's just a simple housekeeping just to get me in, and then
Oh, okay.
we'll send the paperwork to the state, and that's all set.
I'll make the motion then.
Kevin seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, unanimous. And the next up, approve allocating $10,000 in unused fire department funds to the fire department equipment reserve. I would like to table this based on the executive session that we're about to have.
I agree with tabling it.
All right.
I'll make a motion to table that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
There we go. Okay. Comments by board members? You guys have anything? We'll start with Pat.
To make notes of the solar project first, the DPW solar project that was sent. I put that as item O. It's not on your agenda, but I sent
Oh, yeah.
everything just for discussion, and then table it if you guys want to.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to table because I don't. What is it again?
The Keystone sent a contract for the solar project.
Over the solar project.
Yeah, the DPW solar project.
Oh, yeah. So, right. And we had
got
kicked
that.
that to Tim, and Tim was going to look into some alternatives, and he has given his thumbs up to the folks that they found.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm in favor of this project. I think it's a good project. I think it winds up making the village greener and saving us money in the long run.
Can't beat
So,
that.
so I would be okay with voting on it tonight to move forward. It
Hal,
ties
we
in
don't
with our
have the
policy.
Hal, we don't have the funds for that project allocated as of right now.
Okay.
I think there just needs to be a little more discussion, that's all.
All right. Well,
We need to figure out which of the two projects we want to more focus on this year, because we budgeted funds, but it's split between two projects.
okay. All right. All right. So we'll have to discuss further. Okay. Then we will go to comments by board members, and we will go to Deputy Mayor Clune first. He's always got something to say when he's not muted.
When I'm not muted. I know the river dredging project is coming up. I've talked with some of the stakeholders further down the river, and I know we've got one coming up for the village. But other than that, I got nothing. Oh, I do have something, Phil. You guys received a compliment today for clearing the sidewalks, so I wanted to pass that along to you and your crew.
Yeah, I would actually, I would do the same. I got an email from Rob at Homer Men and Boys again, saying what a fantastic job you guys are doing. So he wanted me to pass that along.
Yeah, they've been working just nonstop, so. If it ever quits snowing. Thank you.
All right. Kevin, what do you got?
A couple of quick questions for you guys, I guess, as far as
Sure.
the 281 beautification project. Where is this money going to come from?
TBD on
The
that
first-
one.
Wait. the first funds we talked about putting for this came at a board meeting. I was going to present it next meeting, and it was the roughly $4,000 that NICEAG returned to us in buying the poles.
Okay.
Yeah, that was sort of the get you going. You know, if you had to, you know, do a study or something like that, money. But for the money for the overall project,
Next year's budget,
writ large, yeah, it would be something we'd have to talk about for next year's budget.
once you lay it out and
Yeah.
how to eat the elephant, you know, that
Now,
kind of thing.
I will say today there was confirmation from the administration that there will be Red Sea money this year. So that we need to be ready, and we are, to apply for all the funding again for the projects that we've been working on. And I think that that's the kind of place that the money might come from is Red Sea funds.
Super.
What else you got, Kevin?
That's it.
All right, that was easy.
Yeah.
Edward.
Had some comments about sometime in the future when the state opens up, hey, they're going to get 15 billion bucks. Their budget's going to get covered, right, with this COVID-19 1.9 billion bucks. So everybody should be happy. So we should start seeing the, you know, the monies for grants come back. I'd like to hopefully maybe think about an arch trail in Homer, a little bit of that money. It doesn't have to be a lot, where you do sculptures around the village that kind of highlight some of our key people, like Bloomer and you know, Brockway, the Cardiff Giant, blah blah blah, and have a trail. You know, I brought this up
Sure.
before with the QR code. So I'm just saying, you know, put in the back of your head, we could do maybe $5,000 or $10,000 nice permanent sculptures, you know, that we could put down like in Durkee Park or the cemetery or over at the different places. And that would get people to come to the village to walk around. We're only a mile square, so it is a walkable village. So having something to see, and then maybe the web page where you QR code it, it comes up and gives you the history and talks a little bit about it. I think that's something we should pursue with some of these grant monies when we come up. Just food for thought to put it in your back of your mind. Over.
Yeah, that sounds like a good public-private partnership with Center for the Arts.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I like that idea. All right, Timothy.
So with everybody starting to become vaccinated and maybe the restrictions are lifting a little bit and people are getting a little bit more comfortable going out doing things. One of the things I thought that would be a really good idea, since we're putting so much emphasis on our parks, would be to reinvigorate my idea to get those basketball courts redone as far as the hoops are concerned.
Mhm.
I think that's a good avenue. It's an uncostly thing for us other than the initial cost. And kids can go play and get back together again. I'm seeing it a little bit more and more. The kids are getting together at different places. They're able to rent spaces now and go play together. They're all being, you know, wise to restrictions, still wearing a mask and stuff. And it seems to be working out good. So I think that's something that's viable to pursue here as we come to better weather. And the other thing I wanted to mention to everybody is pay attention to where your fire hydrants are. If they're covered up with snow, please help them cover them, because it may be your house that may need it. So I just realized today that mine is completely covered next door to me. So I'm going to go shovel that out when we're done.
Good man.
Yep.
Good man. Well, we did authorize and approve the big markers that will attach to the hydrants so that they'll stick
Exactly.
up, so people will
That's
know.
what kind of got me thinking on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Good. All right. Any comment from Dante tonight?
No, I don't have anything for the regular meeting.
Very good. All right. I don't have anything either, so I'll open it up to members of the media before we go into executive session.
Okay, awesome. I did have a handful of questions. I just wanted to confirm, you guys had said that you were approving the condemnation of the of Harder's property. I just wanted to confirm that this was not via eminent domain. I know sometimes they can go hand in hand.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, we purchased it.
Okay, purchased it. And was that partially due to the anonymous donation that you guys received?
Well, yes. Yep. Yeah. And I don't, I get, well, it's only anonymous until we sort of unveil, but it won't be, it's the person who donated the money, will have naming rights to the linear park. And so I don't want to kind of steal the thunder of that. But when we launch the park and put up the sign, everyone will know who it was.
All right, and I did have one secondary question. I know that there were some environmental concerns, and I had spoken with Patrick, I believe last week, and he had mentioned that you guys would be seeking advice on how to proceed with the demolition of the 3 properties. I was wondering if that advice was received, and if so, what it was.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, I was just going to offer real quick that that's part of the reason why the condemnation is done. That's an easier way to get that building demoed and taken care of. And the contractor who win the bid and demo the building will realize that it has a potential hot site. So that's why we're going to demo it in a certain way. Getting information about the building was just going to be too costly. So that's why we're doing this condemnation. It'll be too costly for the village to get down into the nitty gritty of what may be there. So it's just assumed that it's a hot site with asbestos and whatnot and anything else. And during the demolition, obviously that'll be taken care of, and obviously turning it into green space and everything else is trying to keep it at bay. So that's all that this was for.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for explaining that. And my follow-up question is, are there plans now for demolition?
We just got to issue the RFP. I'm working with Toma is the grant admin for this one project, and we're working hand in hand, and we'll get this condemnation part of the written to the RFP and a few other language things that we need to put in, and hopefully we can get those issue those RFPs out next month.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you. All right. Don.
Nothing on this end.
Nothing on that end. Okay. And Vinny did send me a message and say he didn't have anything either. So with that, I would like a motion to go to the executive session per New York State Public Officers Law, Article 7, Section 105, to discuss personnel issue.
I'll make the motion that we go into executive session.
I'll second.